Photoshop can do a lot of things, and some of the examples you probably have seen in different kind of work. Have you seen all of the models that has extremely different body that have you seen the models that had extremely weird body which had a different shape of this body? Well, in this lesson you're going to know how they did this. And at the beginning, one thing I need to tell you, don't do this. Don't change the shape of the body in the extreme way. No one is going to like it. The second thing, it's going to look fake. And also the beauty standards are changing. So people don't want to see extremely changed body. Even though you're going to use Photoshop just for yourself, just don't do such a things because it's not going to look well. I'm going to show you how to do this nicely and tell you about few mistakes maybe that people does when they overuse this tool. It's very important for me to tell you don't overuse this tool because it won't look right. And I'm talking about Liqufy tool, which is in filter, and then Liqufy. So let's open this straight away. The reason why I didn't want to change the body extremely, because I just don't feel a need to work with such a body, and I don't think it's really great. So I found this image which has some of the things that needs to be improved, and this is a way better way. Once again, as before, duplicate this, and of course I'm going to work with Liqufy, which is in here, filter and Liqufy. The reason why I didn't choose the big body image, because I think I can show you this in the better way, and when you're going to see this, for which things I'm using it, maybe you're going to understand it a bit better, how to use this and why not change the body if you're not going to see it. So when you open the Liqufy, we have few different tools. On the left side is our toolbar. Let's read this. Forward rope tool, this is the first one, and this one you're going to use the most often. The second, reconstruct tool, I'm not using this. Smooth tool, we go into the other one which we are interested in. It's packer tool and gloss tool. Very important. These three tools are very important for me because you're going to work with them. You can choose the reconstruct tool. So I'm going to start with forward rope tool. Let's make it a bit bigger and let's go to the other side of the image, which is super important because this is our preferences. We have size of the tool, which you know already how to do this, and the other thing super important is the pressure. I'm going to make the pressure at 100% at first, and it's very important for you to not keep the pressure at 100%. Let's just do something like this, and what you can notice, I just press and move to the right side. When the pressure is too strong, it's absolutely easy to deform the image. So I'm going to do a step back, and this time I'm going to set as a very low pressure. When you're going to set the pressure very low, it won't be so easy. But you need to find a balance for a good pressure for yourself. Find something you feeling really well. I usually work with around 30. It's not so strong, it let me to work fluently. And also the last thing is density. I keep density usually quite big, so it's all around the brush. If I'm going to keep this very low, it's actually affecting very small area inside the brush, as you can see. It's never worked well for me because it's easy to deform the edge. So do a step back. A few of the step backs, alright. I'm going to keep density at 100%, and right now let's just work. Let's zoom this image. So usually what I do by Liqufy is to fix some of the edges. You might think that it's right to use to make people skinny or something like that, but if you see this image, you can say to this person, you use Photoshop in the wrong way. The only one way when we use Liqufy when there is something wrong with the shape. So of course, if we want to make someone skinny, you can use it, but you have to have the reason why you're going to make this skinny. Is there some wrong shape on the tummy of the model? Is the wrong shape on the back or something like that? In that cases, we can work with these things. But if not, as you can see, I don't have regular edge over here. So I'm just grabbing little points and I want to make this a little bit straight. So this is very detailed work, actually, as you can see. I'm using this actually for very detailed work. The other thing, I want to pull up the eyebrows, for example. So I'm just grabbing like this and pulling this up. So as you can see, this tool is not used for making people skinny. Of course, you don't have to listen to me. You can make the breast of the model bigger. You can make people extremely skinny. That's just my very modest advice that to not use this that way. But have a look how I'm using this. I'm improving very gently few things on the image to make just the model look better, to keep everything that is really nice on the image and to take away everything which is not so nice. That's very important for me. So okay, I improved few of the things. I don't see that many and it's really nice. Let's zoom this out, and that's how it looks like. Okay, maybe a bit down over here, so let's zoom this even more, and I'm going to take this down a little bit here because I don't like this area. Okay, I think a bit better. Let's do a step back once again. It was a bit too much. Okay, something around this, and it looks a bit better. Very important thing, if you're going to do a mistake, very important thing, if you're going to do a mistake, you have option like reconstruct tool. So you can paint with this tool and it's going to bring everything back. However, I'm not using this tool that often, and the reason is why, because I'm just trying to have control on everything I do and I'm doing just a step back. However, if you do a mistake and it was too far away, just use the reconstruct tool and do a step back to work once again. Also, you can smooth the lines a little bit using a smooth tool. However, that's another tool that I'm not actually using, and I believe you're not going to use this that much as well. So step back and let's go to the tool that really matters, and it's Packer tool. So by Packer tool, we rip in the things inside. I'm going to show you an example. So here is the bridge, and let's say you want to make this bridge of the nose a bit tinier. So really great tool will be Packer tool. Let's hit in the right way a few times maybe, and you can actually see it's ripping the nose, this area inside. I wanted to not do this too much, a bit over here, and automatically it's going to make the illusion of making the nose a bit smaller. So you can notice a difference. So by Packer tool, you can imagine a paper, and then when you start ripping the paper, actually not ripping, just rolling the paper from the middle point, the paper from the edges is going inside. So put the paper on the top of the cup, let's say empty cup of tea, and then put a finger on the top of this cup and put the fingers inside, so the paper is going to get inside. That's how Packer tool actually works. Very similar to this will be Gloss tool, and it's a bit opposite because I like to improve the cheeks by using this tool. So as I said, it's opposite, so I'm going to the cheeks, and the same as before, I'm just hitting to make the area pop out, maybe a little bit on the other side as well, but I don't want to make these cheeks too big. And you know for which part it works really great? You are right, for the eyes. So I'm going to hit for the eyes, 1, and maybe once again 2, here once again 1, 2, and our eyes are already bigger. So yeah, we did a great job. Let's hit OK. You know the basic tools. These two for Warp tool, Packer tool, and Gloss tool. And you can reconstruct by these two. That's all you need to know about Liqufy. And that's all I need Liqufy actually to do even high-end beauty retouch. Hit OK. And as you can see, it's very important that we kept our background below our new layer, so we can see the difference. If we do a mistake, we can do just our work once again. Have a look, before and after, before and after. So as you can see, we don't have to do drastic change to make the face, even body, look way better, to improve everything that is good on the image. And we just tried to improve everything that is good on this image. Have a look before, after. That's how you're supposed to work with Liqufy. So okay, we opened Liqufy, and the first thing I'm going to tell you, if you don't see all of this, just hit this advanced mode over here. Probably you're going to see this like that, so just hit advanced mode to see everything. And as you can see, on the left side, we have our toolbar. Here are all of the tools we're going to work with using Liqufy. Here are all of our tools we're going to work by